Okay, ready? All right, so we've provided care already, hygiene care, perineal care. We're gonna get a urine specimen, so I have a bag to put our specimen in. You never want the catheter dangling between the legs, not for female, not for male. So you always want to, in advance, put on some device that's gonna hold the drainage tube off to the side. Doesn't matter which leg, and it just depends on the facility. There's all kinds of gadgets out there to secure the device. We're just gonna use a simple leg strap. And this works great on humans and not so much on mannequins because it slides. And the Velcro is pretty tight. Okay. So you're just going to secure it. Okay. At the time. These are devices you'll probably see in the hospital. So this you actually peel and stick on, and then it's a little plastic clamp. It's kind of nifty. Again, it just depends on the expense and what your facilities have available. The other thing you might see in some of your facilities as well, they have little perineal cleaning kits. So you could use this when you do your cleaning, or the old-fashioned way of soap and water. Get it out of the way. My kid isn't here.
It's right here. You gave it. You threw
Oh,
it.
I threw it to you. That's right. Sorry, Barb. Okay. All right. So Denise has already looked at our kit. We know we're good to go. They give you instructions on how to open it, and basically you peel the white right off. Now I like to use the bag that comes in as a garbage can. So I'm going to open it wide, face it straight up, and I like my table to be turned some more. Okay. Open end so I can be close, and I always like an extra garbage can in case I have a disaster. Okay. Now I'm right-handed. So I'm going to be doing everything with my right hand. My left hand is going to be the hand closest to my patient, spreading the labia. All right, so if you're left-handed, you're on the other side of the bed. Okay. All right. Don't need that. For some reason, your kit is taped on the bottom. I don't know why, so you're going to have to untape it. Okay, and then which way are we going to open? Away. All right, now, shiny is clean. You can touch shiny. Dull is sterile. So you don't want to touch dull, and you don't want to go over dull. Okay? So you're going to open it up. Now, every kit is different, so you got to use some critical thinking on how you're going to insert the Foley catheter, minimizing any contamination. All right. Okay, so what I'm going to do is turn my kit around because my first job is to put down the drape, and I want to pick up the drape on the shiny side. Can you see how half of it's shiny and half of it is dull? Okay. So I'm going to just lean over, pick up on the shiny. It's pretty cheap, so it's going to stick. And what you want to do is open your drape, and the shiny side is going to be toward you. So you can touch anywhere on the shiny, but not on the dull. Okay. Open your patient's blanket, and you're going to hold it the long way. You're going to go right over your patient and drop your sterile field. And try and get it to as close to your patient as possible. If you need to fix it on that side, your helper can help you, or you're going to go around this way. You're not going to go over your sterile field. Okay? Why do we even put a drape down there?
It's a fully
You're
hits a
gonna
bed.
pull the catheter as long, so
You're
it's
gonna- Okay.
apart before it goes in.
All right, and we're trying to keep all that E. coli and bugs that are on that chucks underneath, okay? We want to minimize as much bacteria as possible. Okay, what do you see next on my layered kit?
Gloves.
Gloves. So it's time to glove. So again, I'm only going to touch the paper, bring up my gloves. Now this was a disaster this morning, so let's see here how this goes. Better. Okay. Okay, 2 sterile hands. I can touch anything in my sterile field. Next thing is called the what? Anybody know the name of this?
Something.
Fenestrated drape. Okay, you really should use the fenestrated drape when you do catheterizations. You'll see a lot of nurses just toss them on the side, but again, what's the purpose of the fenestrated drape? It's a barrier. Yeah, you're trying to minimize the microbes that are all over that bed. Okay, what you want to do, Eddie calls them the horns. You're going to roll your hands under the horns. You're protecting your sterile hands. Okay, so like this. You're holding it the long way. You're going to be careful not to hit your patient. So you're going to go over the leg, face your patient, and drop the fenestrated drape. Okay, it's not going to be perfect. That's okay. We'll fix it later when I'm ready to lose this sterile hand. But right now I need 2 hands to fix my kit. Okay. Now, for whatever reason, your kit has this extra little tray. I don't really think it's necessary, so all I'm going to do is throw everything in the bottom. Okay, so I don't need that. Remember to drop high. Okay, in my kit, this particular kit has the Foley catheter wrapped. Sometimes they don't. So you want to free up your catheter and remove the blue paper. The catheter, though, is wild. So be careful when you're taking it out of the wrap because it could flop and you could contaminate it. Now, you're going to reuse your kit, so try your best not to just rip the paper off. And I try really hard to keep it in the box. Okay, drop high. Okay, you need to put some lubricant on your catheter. So you're going to open your lubricant and either put it in your box, squirt it in the box, put it on your catheter, whatever it is you want to do. Now, on the mannequins, we can't use lubricant. All right, we have to use PAM. But on your patient, you're not going to use PAM, you're going to use lubricant. So I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm going to ask Kayla to give me the PAM right here, right here. Okay, thank you much. There you go. Okay, it's the same thing with the betadine, okay? Can't use betadine on the mannequin because we'll stain it. So you're gonna pretend to open it, and then you're gonna give me my betadine things there. You're a good assistant.
Oh, good.
All right, so there we go. Now, last piece, we're gonna attach the syringe onto the orange port. Make sure you crank it in there, because if you don't, it may pop out when you're trying to inflate. Okay, so you're going to prepare your tray here. Then you're ready to move to the bed. So here we go. Now, when I do it, I like to have my syringe pointing backwards. if you can do anything you want, but it's going to make it more difficult for you to inflate. Okay? So we're coming in. This hand I'm going to lose now. So I'm going to fix my drape, put down my kit. And when you put your kit down, you want it close to your patient, but a little bit towards the other side, because as we're cleaning, we don't want to drop microorganisms on our Foley. Okay? All right, so you're going to use this hand to spread. And I have to use these 2 fingers, sorry. Okay. Where am I going to clean first?
Down the middle.
No, outside.
Okay, so away from you. Take a detour so you don't drop bugs all over your kit. Down the other side. And then finally down the middle. Okay. I've lubricated. Okay, now you have to go directly in. If you contaminate, you got to start over again. Okay, now watch my hand. I slide back and I insert. I slide back and I insert. I don't let go of the catheter. Okay, slide back and insert. We have a female mannequin. How far are we going to go in?
The length of it.
Okay, until on a female, until you get urine, and I'm getting urine right now. How much farther then? A couple of inches. Okay, so I'm going to go in a little bit more. I want to make sure I'm in the bladder, not in the urethra. Now watch what I'm going to do. Okay, my hands are still on the catheter. I'm going to let go and secure the catheter at the insertion site. Let go, pick up my syringe, and inflate the balloon. Okay, keep your thumb on the plunger. Don't let it backflow. You see how I'm holding it? Now, I'm going to test and make sure the balloon is inflated. It is. Once you've tested and you know the balloon's inflated, you can let go, and with your hand, this hand is dirty, the only thing you can touch is the catheter. So I'm going to come here and untwist it. And it's in. Okay. This hand is really dirty. This hand is still okay. Right? What I would do is take this off, change it. So I've changed my glove. I now have 2 decent gloves on because I don't want to use this contaminated hand and touch my patient. So normally what you'll do is you'll rip this off. There's betadine all over your patient. You're going to have to clean your patient again. And then you're going to pick this part up, and this is what you attach to the leg band, not the catheter, okay, the tubing. Come on, you get in there. Okay, there we go. And make your patient comfortable. Okay. Over the leg, and where are we going to hook this up?
Bed frame.
On the bed frame, not on the handle. Okay. And this will be better in a real patient. Okay. Now, to discontinue a Foley catheter, you need to bring 3 things with you. What do you need? Gloves? Sterile gloves or regular gloves?
Regular.
Regular old gloves. What else?
A syringe.
A syringe. Very good. And what else? Chucks. Something, because you don't want to make a mess. Okay. So it's been discontinued, and again, all you're going to really do is insert this, and the pressure is so great it usually backflows by itself. Okay. Okay, I always pull on it anyway to make sure. Okay, and you can release this or not, it doesn't really matter. Okay, but when you take out your catheter, you're going to use 2 hands. Always 2 hands. It's wild, and you don't want to pull it out and splash yourself. Okay, 2 hands. Now, a lot of times, the minute you deflate the balloon, it's just going to fall out. You may not even have to pull it out. Any resistance, you stop. If your patient coughs, sneezes, laughs, any of that kind of stuff where your intra-abdominal pressure is increased, out it comes. And then just a good trick is to wrap it up in your glove. Get rid of it. You'll figure out how much urine is in the bag. Measure, throw everything out. And you're going to make your patient safe. After you remove a catheter, what important things do you need to remember?
Within 8 hours?
Yeah, they should void hopefully within 8 hours. So to help them void, what are you going to do? Encourage fluids. Encourage fluids. Yep. Yep.
Educate them that might burn on the first.
It might. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. What questions do you have?